Welcome to day 5 of Christy's Beautiful Life's 30 days of sketches. We've made it 5 days and I've made 5 whole videos, which is kind of a feat for me as I don't normally get a chance to make all these videos. So I'm just going to keep making as many as I can, and some days I'll have them and some days I might not. So let's take a look at today's sketch. So what we have here is, it looks pretty simple to the eye. Just a normal looking layout, 4 different pictures. She's got 3 here, 1 down here. It looks like we've got a torn piece of paper down here and a torn paper there with a white core background. This one, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's like a print on the background. So I'm thinking maybe she thought that we could use one of those like really pretty scenery papers down here, which you could. I don't happen to have that in my kit today, so I'm going to just be using my normal pattern paper. This is, by the way, by Christine Harden. So I forgot to mention that earlier. So this is going to be a fun sketch. She's got, like I said, the 4 photos, the torn papers, possibly, you know, a really pretty scenery background back here, and then 3 areas of embellishments with a big title right there. So what I have to work with today for this sketch is, this is a July Flavors of the Month kit from the Scrap Room. And I've already used most of this kit. I just have a few pages left, a few full pages left. This is Photoplay Serendipity collection. I have these 2 sheets that are full. This one, the other side, is these really cute like speech bubbles, but if I use any of it, it's probably going to be one of these cut aparts to be able to do some journaling on. I really like this floral paper, so I think that's going to be one of my tears, maybe the one up along the top. I like this yellow. The background is some pretty butterflies, so I may leave a little bit of the yellow so that I could also possibly cut out some butterflies and use them as some embellishments. But I like this as an anchor for the bigger part of the paper, the bigger part of the page. And then I also have some green here that goes along nicely. Also like this plaid on the back. I guess that's kind of a plaid pattern, but I like the green. It could be some really good photo mats. So this is what I have to work with. I have very few embellishments here, so I may need to pull some things from my stash in order to embellish, but she doesn't have a whole lot of embellishments here, so we'll kind of see what we do. Oh, and I do have the sticker sheet as well, so I may have some things on the sticker sheet that I can pull. I'm not quite sure yet because most of these are like wordy bits, so I'm not sure how many of those I can really pull out, but we'll see what we come up with. So let me go ahead and at least get these main parts situated on my paper and then get my photos matted, and then we'll come back and we'll see kind of where I'm going from there. So I'll be back in just a moment. The first thing I'm going to do here is create those 2 torn sections that were the main part of the sketch. I'm using this yellow paper. It has sort of like these like kind of dash marks on it, and I wanted that one, like I said before, because it feels like more of a solid paper than the really busy floral that I'm going to use up on the top, which you can see me making that little strip now. While I go off camera, after I get these situated, I'm going to roll up the edges of these. I'm not going to scuff them. I'm going to roll them. And as you can see, I did go ahead and mat my photo. The top 2 I kept together as basically one photo block, and I matted them on that. It looks like a solid green on the camera, but it's actually a variegated green. And the bottom one I matted in 3 different colors. I did the green, then I did the back of the green, which is kind of that multicolored plaid, and then I did the flowers and tore the bottom of it and rolled up the bottom as well. So I did all of that while I was off camera, so you guys didn't have to see me, you know, doing all of that kind of tedious stuff, although you'll see me do some other things that are a little bit don't necessarily need to be here, but then I'd have like a really short video not showing you anything. So something I decided to add for the embellishment cluster is one of these journaling cards, and it says "for the record" on there, which I really loved for this specific trip since we were in Memphis, and we know that a lot of musical things happened in Memphis, and it has a lot of significance for the city. So I really loved that it has a record on it. It says "For the Record," and I'm gonna just kind of jot down some things about our trip, about these specific pictures of our trip anyway, toward the end of my video. The title I got off from a page that came in our kit when we got it from the scrap room. It had like these title strips like this. And so I took one of the title strips. I liked the orange because I didn't have a lot of the orange in the background papers that I used except for the floral, and I kind of wanted to pull out that orange. I thought it was a really fun color. So I picked the title that said "So Much Fun." I cut it apart, and then I kind of taped it together in a wonky way with some foam on the back. I put foam on the back. This paper I'm holding right now is the piece that came with the title strips. And I'm just gonna, I like that butterfly that's on that tag. So I cut that out so that I can use that in a little while. I'm gonna fussy cut it out. I'm going on to the sticker sheet. There's a butterfly in there too. I decided that what I was going to do in each cluster, there's supposed to be 3 clusters, I'm going to include 1 butterfly. So I got the butterflies from that one title strip page. This is just a page with cut aparts, and then I got one from the sticker sheet. So I'm going to put the bigger one down on the bottom. I'm going to cover up the writing on the bottom of it because I don't need it to say, it says something like "You are awesome" or something like that, and I don't really need that. So I'm going to cover up that part. I like this great big butterfly here. I think he's really neat. I only tape him down using some adhesive foam just on the body part. The wings just kind of flap, and I think that's going to be really neat looking. One of the circles, the red one, says "Love This." I'm going to scuff up the edges of that and glue him down, as you see here. And then I have a flare from Scrap and Happy Studio that says "Family" with kind of like a tealy blue arrow pointing toward our picture of my husband and I. So I put that flare down there. I also have a flare for every cluster as well. This is just a little, I cut it from the cut apart sheet. It's a little wordy bit that says "Memories," and it's on this dark green color, which I liked because it pulled from the mats that I used behind the photos, and the green that's up in the florals up on the top. So I thought it worked really well, and I liked the word "Memories." So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some foam on that, and I'm going to put him down right there below my photo at the bottom here. Now I'm going to work on, it looks like the cluster up on the top with the 2 photos. This is an arrow that says "This was fun." I got this from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that right in the center of the 2 photos there where my embellishment cluster is going to be for this side of the layout. And I played around here with some foam for who knows what reason. I don't know. I think I was thinking too many things at once about what I wanted to do. So I just doubled up the foam there so that it would pop up enough, since my photos are on some like craft foam, and it's a little bit thicker than the strips. I went ahead and put another flare down there, and it reads "Getaway," and it's in that nice orange color. So I liked putting that over in that little embellishment cluster. And now I'm taking the sticker butterfly and I'm giving him a little bit of foam behind his wings so that I can stick him down on that cluster. You're going to see he's just going to kind of go half on, half off from this cluster, and he sticks up nicely. There's quite a bit of dimension for this being a pretty simple page. I'm really not going to do that much to it. I'm actually pretty close to being done. It didn't need much with how busy the papers were and just all of the different elements spread across the page. It just really doesn't need much. And sometimes you'll find that while I really like to embellish a lot, and I like a lot of layers, and I like a lot of dimension on my page, sometimes the page just doesn't call for a lot of stuff because it has so much busyness going on in its pattern. And that's what I kind of found here. The way that the papers were ripped and curled up, and the big bright orange title with the blue writing, it doesn't need much. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write my journaling down. It just says August 2023, on our trip to Memphis, Tennessee, we rode the elevator to the top of the largest Bass Pro Shop. beautiful views of Memphis and the Mississippi River. So that's what those top 2 photos are. One is a picture of the city of Memphis and one is of the Mississippi River. It was a really cool observation deck. You had to pay like $8 to ride the elevator up to this observation deck, excuse me, but you could literally see the entire city and the Mississippi. So it was a really neat experience, and being able to go up there and look at everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get ready to do some mixed media, but I'm going to also, before I do that, I'm going to add just some orange enamel dots. I have some light colored orange, almost like a melon color, but not quite that light, and a darker orange. And so I decided to use both of them because I have both of those shades of orange on this page. So I thought that they would be a nice complement. And for some reason, I'm pulling the orange. I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and cover my photos, and then I'm going to use some white acrylic paint, and I'm just going to do some white splatters onto the embellishment clusters, and that's it. I didn't put it all over, just on the embellishments, just to give them a little bit of a worn look there. And that's going to be it for this page. This one went really quickly. Like I said, I didn't do a whole lot of embellishing because it just felt busy enough that I didn't need to do all that. So this was a quick and easy sketch, and yeah, one that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. Here's your slow down so you can see how much dimension I did add with just the little bit that I put on this page. Whether it comes from scuffing up the edges or using a little adhesive foam or bending up things or curling things, you can do a lot with dimension. So I hope you guys enjoyed this page and that you are continuing to follow along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Make sure you check out the playlist so that you can see what everybody else is doing, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow. See y'all next time. Bye.